Hey guys, I wanted to show you some of my study sources for the CompTIA Security Plus certification exam. Now my first go-to source, which you have heard of in previous videos, would be the VTC.com website, virtual training company. As you've seen in some of my other videos, they have all kinds of classes and lessons, many of which are the CompTIA variety. They also have many other classes also. So this site is about $30 a month subscription to give you access to everything. So when I'm going for a certification, my first step is to go to this site. This is my first stage of education. And I go through this entire class one time, which puts green check marks by every section to let me know where I'm at. Then I go through the class an entire second time. And the second time, I click the little bookmark star to know where I'm at. So I have now gone through this site, this class, 2 different times is the first step in my training. I wanted to show you here, I always have a notepad or a Word doc beside me. And the first time, I only just listen for keywords, familiarity. I don't take any notes the first time through the class. The second time, this is part 11, I have 12 different documents here. And as I watch the second time, I just write notes, not necessarily to memorize everything on here, but it'll help you learn as you're writing at the same time you're hearing it, and you're just kind of remembering little terms and things like that. That's my first study source for a CompTIA certification. Now my second favorite source for the CompTIA certification is the security guides here, usually by Cybex is the particular brand. This was the same guide that I downloaded for my Kindle and for the Linux Plus test, and it was a very, very good guide. You can see it has pretty high reviews. And the nice thing about this guide is they also give you access to the website once you confirm that you truly own the book. And there's a website with lots of practice tests and flashcards too. And these books are very, very thorough. And after running one of my practice tests, I'll show you in a minute, after that VTC lesson, I realized it is a very light overview. It is nowhere near everything you were going to need. So I definitely recommend buying this book also. I have not even bought it yet, but I plan to buy it shortly. That's my second primary study source. In the very last source that I use for my CompTIA tests, sorry about the manual camera here, ignore all the kids stuff, I got kids here. I usually download an app. I look for CompTIA apps on the app page and for my iPad, for whatever you have. And I found the Security Plus. This is only $5 or $10. I can't show you much on it, probably legal stuff, but I can show you a little bit. Now this isn't really a book or a study guide, this is all practice. So let's just see, you have different sections of the Security Plus test and acronyms and mock tests. So just for example, let's just show you a page or two. In your Security Plus, in your security section, you would have different flashcard sets and question sets and a practice test. I've already gone through all of this once. It is far more advanced than that VTC lesson I took. So much more to learn. So you really need a nice wide variety of testing materials to do this. Let's just say I go to questions B. I'll just show you 1 or 2. An automated process isolated a computer in a restricted VLAN because the process noticed the computer's antivirus definitions were not up to date. What is the name of this process? See, I have no idea because I've just started studying. So this is the kind of stuff you'll have. All kinds of weird acronyms. You got to memorize 50 of them at least. And let's just do one more. Which one is a cloud computing option that allows customers to apply patching? That would be infrastructure as a service, because infrastructure means on the cloud system you're giving them servers, so you're letting them manage their own servers. If it was software as a service, you would be managing the computer patches and they would just be using the software. See what that is? So anyway, you have a bunch of different sections here. This is a really good study tool too, Security Plus. Just look it up in the App Store. And this is very cheap, so this would be a really good way to kind confirm and solidify your final information before you go take the Security Plus test.